Three Thai men who allegedly murdered a British millionaire and his wife were taken to the crime scene today to show police how they carried out the slaughter. The bodies of Alan Hogg, 64, and his Thai wife Nott, 61, were yesterday found in the garden of their mansion in Phrae, northern Thailand after a 6-day search. Police initially said Mrs Hogg's brother, Warut Satchakit, paid 3 assassins to take them out after family feuds over money, but today detectives said he admitted carrying out the murders himself with 2 paid accomplices. Satchakit was angry and resentful at being scolded by businessman Mr Hogg for constantly borrowing money from the couple, police said. He contacted a friend in a neighbouring province who arranged a contract killer to shoot Mr Hogg, while he and another man beat Mrs Hogg with a hammer at 6 p.m. last Tuesday. This morning, all 3 alleged killers were taken to the house to show police what happened. Wearing police helmets in case anyone tried to attack them, they pointed to the 2-metre hole where they buried the bodies after their gruesome crime. The hitman who shot Mr Hogg Kamsai, 63, arrived separately from the other 2. Like the others, he was taken to Satchakit's house, which is next door to Mr Hogg's house, to show police where the murders were plotted. He was pictured smiling and laughing while sitting outside in a white T-shirt.The group used Mr Hogg's own digger to make a deep hole before they dumped the bodies at 8 p.m., police said. Satchakit, in a black top and jeans, was seen in handcuffs pointing to the grave.He. He was then joined by the younger assassin, Kittipong Kamwan, in a pink shirt who did the same thing. While being escorted by police, the brother-in-law at one point stopped and was grilled briefly by reporters.He. He covered his mouth with his shirt and did not speak before he was then bundled into a police truck. Last night, Satchakit, 63, confessed to beating his sister Mrs Hogg with a hammer in the garage while Kittipong Kamwan, 24, held her down, detectives said. The third man, Phia Kamsai, 63, then allegedly blasted Mr Hogg with a shotgun in the garden after Satchakit paid him £1,175. Police Lieutenant General Poonsap Prasertsak said all 3 men had now been charged with premeditated murder. They will be held in custody while prosecutors prepare the case. Lieutenant General Poonsap added, today the suspects returned to the scene to show how they buried Mr and Mrs Hogg.All. 3 men pointed to the scene. The interrogation has progressed, and all 3 men have now confessed. The motive for this incident was personal problems between Mr Warut and his sister and her husband. Police are gathering more evidence and will extend the investigation to anyone who had contact with the men.The investigation will continue until it is resolved. Satchakit was arrested along with 2 friends yesterday morning. Images show the 63-year-old wearing a mauve shirt in custody. The bodies were found by sniffer dogs 2 meters deep behind a duck pond outside their home. They were excavated at 12 p.m. local time. and have been sent to hospital for post-mortem examinations. Mr Hogg, from Edinburgh, was the director of a laundry company in the UK and had moved to Thailand several years ago. His daughter Robin Hogg, a 31-year-old production assistant, flew to Thailand from the UK when she found out her parents were missing. She is yet to comment on the tragedy. Police arrested the hitmen on Tuesday after they linked them to Mr Hogg's stolen pickup truck, which was found and forensically examined yesterday. The hitmen confessed to the murder and burying the corpses, police said. Officers arrived at the home on Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. and used an excavator to dig an area next to the duck pond in the 32-acre grounds of Mr Hogg's gated 3-story home, which boasts a swimming pool, summer house, a cattle farm and geese. The corpses were later found in a 2-metre deep grave with their shoes still on. Satchakit was initially arrested for stealing the couple's brand new white Ford Ranger pickup truck and was arrested again after the assassins named him. Investigators found that the truck had been sold to nearby Hill tribe people for £4,600, who then sold it to a man from Laos for £9,800 in Sukhothai last Friday. The man, from Laos, then drove it to Ayutthaya on a business trip until he saw reports that police were looking for the vehicle, and he contacted authorities. The man turned the truck over to police in Ayutthaya on Sunday.He, and the two sellers were then taken to Phrae police station to be interrogated. Officers began searching the grounds yesterday with sniffer dogs. They found a gardening hoe and a freshly dug hole, but they did not find the bodies until Tuesday. The couple were initially reported missing last Thursday when friends had unsuccessfully tried to contact them on messaging app Line. Bloodstains, with signs someone had tried to wipe them away, were found in the swimming pool changing rooms. A phone had been left charging in the living room. Mr Hogg, a former engineer, had been involved with several businesses in the UK and was an active director of a laundry company in Bonnyrigg, Edinburgh. He is listed as an active director of Clayful Limited, which operates a dry cleaning firm called PLS Laundry in Bonnyrigg, Edinburgh. He was also a former director of Sherwood Edinburgh Limited. Mr Hogg previously worked as an engineer, and his occupation is listed as offshore construction manager. He and his wife traveled regularly to Australia, where Mr Hogg previously worked, for lengthy holidays. Neighbours described his wife as the most beautiful woman in the town and said that Mr Hogg was very friendly and often helped them.